Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a love and soul connection message for the sign of Scorpio. It's a general message. Take what feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about today, as well as remember that this is timeless, as well as that no matter what messages come through, if you feel like this resonates, it's still up to you, my friends, and how you integrate this guidance, how you integrate this message, the choices you make forward, the steps you take in your world. To me, this is personal freedom, personal power, and it's something that only you guys have, because it lies at the tips of your fingers and at the soles of your feet, so use it wisely, my friends. As well as I do want to say, I tried to record this intro like 4 times and I kept almost saying Pisces. One time I did say Pisces, actually twice. So for some of you, you may be dealing with Pisces. You may actually want to check out the Pisces reading. However, I think also because it's a water sign coming up, there may be similar things coming in. Just know that as well. One thing I'm hearing is that we may be picking up on something that's about to happen in Pisces season. So keep an open mind. I'm going to start off by taking a moment to call in spirit. We're going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and my team of light, Archangel Gabriel, and any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective to join us. We'll ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the most far-reaching, but only for the highest good. No second-rate messages here today, my friends, just top-notch. So I wanted to also say thank you guys for all my subscribers. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you like the reading or if it resonates, if you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join the journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. So I'm going to pull some energy cards. I have the energy oracle first. We're going to do 3 different piles. So one for your energy, one for your love or soul connections energy, and then one for the space in between or the shared energy of the connection. Now keep in mind, this can kind of flip-flop. This can be vice versa. So if you feel like your energy resonates more with the soul connection side, then take that, as well as that there's more, but all of a sudden I'm like drawing a blank. So let's get into your energy. Oh yes, that's what it is. That this soul connection, it could be a soulmate, could be, also I heard twin flame, angel of strength on your side, but this could also be like a family member, a friend, a loved one, a coworker, someone that before we jumped down into this earth, before we came in this incarnation, we have decided that we have a soul contract with this person. This person has something to teach us. This person is meant to be in our worlds, okay? So you're showing up as the angel of strength. And I think that for some of you, I heard Leo as well. You may have some Leo in your chart, but I feel like there's something where you are being strong about, as well as what I heard is there's something that you are being forced to be strong about. So let's get a little bit more. Tell me about this. Thank you. You have the sun and a bunch that didn't show themselves, but I do want to show you at the bottom was envy, angel of balance, door to value. So at the sun here, this is a great card, right? This is the best card you could get. Success, victory, happiness. The sun is shining, and throughout whatever you've went through, it's your strength and maintaining your strength that gets you to this finish line. It may be with envy showing up at the bottom and door to value and things that you personally may have really had to work through some jealousy issues or kind of combat jealousy. However, there may be someone around you who this strength has been just keeping your strength to be able to deal with this person. Especially if it's something like you need to go to work or it's a family member, something that it's not necessarily just easy to cut this person out of your life. Whatever the situation is, okay, that's bringing this angel of strength with the sun. Spirit's reminding you that it doesn't matter what anyone else's opinion is, as long as something feels right to you. So for others of you as well, what I'm hearing, because twin flame came up when I was saying like the soul contract or the soul connection, for some of you, if you strongly feel and believe in your heart that you've met your twin and you are going through this journey, when you talk to other people about what's happening, especially if they're not also on this journey, some people can get really jealous. And it's not, I heard sabotage as well. You may have really had to work through a lot to be able to get to the point where you are now. And this could be your self-sabotage, but I feel like someone around you has been super jealous of the success you've had. And you know what? It's like everything they've thrown your way, it's just helped build your strength, because it was there all the time. You may have had it hurt us to hunker down and really get into that place of your willpower. Like, no, I'm not giving up this fight. I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to push through, and I'm going to find my victory. So I'm going to ask one more card on your side before we move into the soul connection. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit more about this sun, please? Thank you. And you get 2 cards. Flew out first, community, and it showed itself. This one came up like this, and it is garden and the gate. So I think that this is also really important and really interesting, because I think that with this garden and the gate, it was flipped over, like, so we're not looking at it, right? But this is also really important to remember that we tend this garden, right? What we plant, we can watch grow. What we nurture is going to transform. And I also heard evolve. For many of you as well, what I heard is like almost like this first-time gardener. When we get to dig into a fresh patch of dirt and we start to kind of build our garden, it's never the same every year, because things are going to move around. You're going to move things around. And also what I heard is self-seeding. We're going to get some volunteers from the year before that are going to come up. One thing, and I'm going to share it with you, one thing I like to do is when sunflowers come up in my garden, I let them come up over there. Partially because I love sunflowers, as well as they help things grow. It helps things evolve. But it also, I'm hearing three sisters. This is working together in terms of community as well. And there is 3 girls here, but this is, you know, your peas and your beans and, you know, the climbing things, the cucumbers. They can climb up those stalks. Sunflowers are pretty strong and pretty resilient as well as in the wintertime. When that's all done, you can leave them up because the birds still come to them. The birds are still constantly picking at them. So that's the second reason why we love sunflowers around here as well, is that we love birds, we love yellow finches. And the more sunflowers that are in my backyard, the more yellow finches we get. So it's really, really beautiful. And I think that this also ties into like nature's ecosystem, but within however this is working out in your reading, this is where it's like we need to allow this place, this sacred place that we've built, to evolve, to grow. In order to do that, we need to nourish it. And I think that it's going to be really important, what I heard is, to pay attention to the company you keep. Are you absorbing their energy? Are you telling them about the wonderful things in your world, and are they being supportive, or are they jealous? And there is nothing negative right here. It was only the envy. So it's just that, again, you don't need to worry about how other people feel about you going about your business and you doing what's right for you. You don't need to worry who is intimidated by your strength, or who's intimidated by your success, or your ability to take care of yourself. That's not your problem. That's theirs, okay? So for somebody, you need to hear that. You know, but I do think that a lot of times this idea of wanting to fit in, I heard stable as well. It's really important, you know, especially in our younger years. If, you know, our friends don't like our boyfriends or our girlfriends, or our friends don't like our partners, you know, this can cause a lot of trouble. This cause a rift is what I heard. And I think it's just going to be really important to you to question the motives of the people around you when you're telling them great things, and if they're coming at you with shade, okay? So for the most part, I do feel like I also heard community gardening for some of you. Starting to kind of get the idea of, you know, come spring, what seeds am I going to plant? What are you planting the seeds for now? What are you planning for? I'm going to move on to your soul connection, please. The energy of the soul connection. Man holding a heart. And you also have walking away. So what I just heard is they're walking away from things that have hurt them. To me as well, and I'm not sure, they're different gates, so I know they're not the same one. But she's walking through the gate. So here, there is this strength in our own garden. There is strength in ourselves and finding solace in this place. I feel like this person definitely looking more masculine because there's a lot of feminine energy on these cards and we have masculinity here. However, whether you identify as a masculine or feminine, this still could be you. I feel like this person is ready to get out of their comfort zone to experience real love, to experience true love as well. And I feel like they're not afraid to show their heart's desires. I feel like in the past they may have been a little afraid. This may have been something that they definitely wouldn't have felt comfortable opening up and expressing. But again, this walking out of the comfort zone, because here, while we tend our garden and we watch what can grow and transform and evolve, eventually we have to move out of this comfort zone because there's only so much space here. And I can attest to an overcrowded garden. Yes, I let my sunflowers go all the time. However, sometimes I've planted too many squash in my tiny garden or too many pumpkins. We threw pumpkin seeds in a few years ago and nothing really grew because there was just too many pumpkins. And I had not even a lot of pumpkins to show for it. Last year I had quite a few spaghetti squash, but again, the vines took over everything. And while my sunflowers are very, very strong, very, very resilient, some of those vines from the pumpkins and the sunflowers kind of, right, they climbed up and they toppled over. So I think that there's going to be a place here that's really important, not to overdo it, not to overburden yourself, and not to put too much stress on yourself as well, but to know when there's no more room in this garden, we may need to build a raised bed. So definitely stepping under their comfort zone, holding on to their heart, understanding their worth as well is what I heard. So I was saying, tell me about walk away. Woman holding her heart in reverse came up. Now these are on my chair, so we have carrying connections in the reverse and appreciation. Right away from that, what I get is that the person you're dealing with is realizing in the past or whatever they're walking away from that wasn't love. What I heard is in the past they weren't compelled enough to do anything about it, but there's something now where this person feels very compelled to walk away from the things that don't feel like love, that don't feel caring, that withholding, as well as what I heard here. And I do find it very, very cool that we have counterparts over here. I do feel like on this side, they are walking away from the stagnant, walking away from the places where, maybe in the past or other partners have withheld their love, withheld their kindness, even withheld their grace or this affection. And this person over here, this is something that I feel like they've been craving. The other card that was appreciation, I think that going through the situation that they're walking away from and realizing, that this isn't the kind of love I have or I want to experience, they're starting to have a whole lot more appreciation for you, is what I heard. A whole lot more appreciation for the small things in life as well. And a whole lot more appreciation for these flowers. For some of you, you may be tending these flowers in your own garden, and this person really appreciates that garden. If there's mutual friends between you and this other person, this could have been where the jealousy is. Oh yeah, there's another one, another couple, Healer of Ages and the World in Reverse. I definitely do feel like your person that you're watching the reading about, they are taking a lot of time to heal. However, it may not be that they rush towards you, although I think that they are going to. This again could be what I heard is Pisces season. So next month, end of this month into March, there's a lot of healing that is happening. And you have the sun here as well. Success, happiness. Not the star, not healing. But this is success and happiness. And this is, we're going, you know what? To heal the ages, this is important that they recognize that people withholding love and being cold and callous, or even on their own end, they may have realized in times, this could have been with you, this could have been with someone else, take it how it resonates, but I think they're starting to really understand as well, if they've been non-committal in the past, is what I heard. If they have been, what I heard is less receptive to you, if they have, it's this part, if they've withheld love, if they have withheld feelings, if they've withheld affection, they're realizing in the past what that did. This could have been, what I heard is how that drove you away. And they're really appreciating the fact that they actually do get to grow on this mission and learn the lessons on this journey. Some of them, what I heard, because mission came out there, and I don't think it was a slip. I think it was important that this person getting out of their comfort zone, they really may be walking into mission and learning their own healing powers within themselves. So for some of you, this mission is definitely together. It is something that the two of you are meant to go through these trials and tribulations, and what I heard is sort out this mess so that you can become, it's the third energy. So that this third energy is more intact, as well as what I heard. The world in reverse, I feel like is them stepping out of their comfort zone, but it may be that there's still some stalls going to happen. I feel like I said, they may not rush out, but I feel like they might. They may want to. Whatever it is they're healing right now, I think they're having a real appreciation for the fact that they can. And I do feel like this person is definitely going through some sort of spiritual awakening at the time, like right now. So in the middle, we have hostilities. Interesting. That card actually did come out in the pre-shuffle as well, so it's interesting. Spirit, can you tell me more about these hostilities as a shared energy? Family, happy family. This could be both of you kind of having the bottom of the deck, stored spirit. What is that? Rest and rejuvenation. You also have the Magician in the mirror that came out. Both of you are very powerful beings. Both of you, I feel like, would like this happy family life. The hostilities could be that your families do not agree with the partnership, or again, that this community or this group of people, this friends, this could be at work, you're could be dating a supervisor, okay, or something like that, where you're not supposed to by company policy, but that doesn't, just because someone's working for the same company as us, does that mean that we're not going to fall in love? I met my husband at work, and it was actually similar. He was not my supervisor, but he was not even technically on the same thing as I was, but because where we worked at a call center at the time, and he was in charge really of managing people being on when they're on the phones, checking out the call logs and things like that. And technically we shouldn't have been dating because he had the power, right, to let me go home early. So we called it VTO, if you ever worked in a call center. And a lot of places could find favoritism, and this where it's like we had to keep our romance, so to speak, a secret for a while because we didn't want him getting in trouble. So I feel like if that's kind of been, there could be, if it's at work, you're not going to want to get anybody in trouble. That, it's just something that you're quiet about right now, and that could be the strength. Could be as well, like with the jealousy around you, even though if it is work, okay, it might not be, but depending on the situation, other people around you may still see the love that you guys have for each other, and they're like, whoa, we don't like this because we don't have it in our worlds. The Magician and the Mirror, I think that you both know you have the power to overcome. You both know you have the strength to commit to this situation, to commit to this relationship, as well as what I heard. There may have been fighting together in the past if this is a long-term relationship, and I think that is where either one of you have held very closely to your heart how you feel, and have kept kind of this caring connection portion to yourself, or haven't been really forthcoming with love and affection. What I heard over here with this feeling or this healing is this, some of it, this could be trauma response. Tell me a bit more about that, hostilities. Thank you. 7th chakra, crown, and Archangel Uriel. For some of you, I feel like this is definitely twin flame and telepathic. Even though the lovers aren't here, I do feel like seeing these two together. This is divine counterpart energy. Seeing Jesus here, as well as the caring connections, showing up here, that I think that for, if it's not, then disregard it. But if you're receiving very powerful telepathy, if you are getting downloads from spirit, some of this hostility really could just be because choosing to block it out. I feel like even if you're trying to block out the nonverbal communication, you may still feel body effects. So you may be driving around in your car and all of a sudden your heart is fluttering. You may want to go to the doctor and check it out, make sure you're fine. But speaking from experience, we are going to be able to pick up on that energetic pull. So sometimes it may be that you're fluttering or you feel nervous and you're not sure what's going on. Maybe you're going to have communication. You may feel like this really strong pull to reach out to this person, to talk to them, but you don't, right? Or maybe you do. There may be things in this situation where people may not like it. And again, it's due to jealousy of the kind of connection that it is. If you're feeling, some of you I heard like heart chakra, you may feel like pain or a heaviness. This may be something that, again, get checked out, but it may be energy that you're picking up from the twin. So just keep an open mind. I do feel like, and again, what I heard is you have the power and the ability to heal the connection, but on your side, you've been focused so much on you, right? And they're focusing, I love this, they're focusing so much on their heart and moving out of their comfort zone. Even though there's no speak here, I strongly feel like they know they have to talk. They know they have to move towards you, because otherwise, how are you going to know that this is how they feel? And there may be something that they have to say that could cause a lot of healing. Now, I did hear damage. They may have said something in the past that's caused a lot of damage. They may have something to say that's going to cause a lot of damage. But it's just how you take it and how your perspective on it. Because, you know, in some ways, one person's damage may be telling the truth, and there's collateral damage. There's people around who, again, with this community, may not feel so good about it. So an example I'm getting is if you or your partner is married, if you and your partner has someone else, and you are expressing that, hey, I love this person, it's going to be really, really difficult on the partners to be able to come to terms with it. Now, I think it's just really important here to both, even though it's on the soul connection side, to really appreciate the here and the now and the present moment. To not stay in the past, as well as for some of you, if you are not in communication with this person other than like telepathic bond or through the ethers in that 5D space, it's coming. Let's get some tarot wisdom here. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit about Scorpio? Again, I heard Pisces, so you could have Pisces, guys. You have the King of Cups. And almost 3 cards, like the way they fell out. We had the Fool on yours, which is mirroring to the other side. ready to go out on that fool's journey. Ready, willing, able, and prepared to do so. That's this strength again, too. And that's this sun, because you can see it in your sights, right? The same thing with this garden, right, is that we have to take care of it and watch it grow. But then, when we know that this space is filled and it's no longer filling our needs or our desires, we set out on a new journey. Because we're constantly evolving and growing. We may get one success. Great. But do we want to stop there? Or do we want to keep going? We want to keep having successes. In the energy where it fell on this literally fell on the shared energy is this blended pleasures with the Four of Cups. Resting. I do definitely feel like both sides here do feel a loss without each other. I do feel like what I heard is priorities need to be set and looked at. There may be, like I picked up on too, there may be lots of different people involved in this situation. Could be friends, could be family, could be other lovers. And it's hard because I feel like it's like, well, in front here, this person is not happy with the options in front of them. It's this they want. And that showing up here, in here, also shows me too that that's what some of these hostilities could be. One of you upset that the other one is giving time and energy to someone else, but you know that they want to be with you. I think also what I heard is polyamory, and it doesn't show up here, but they've said it to me twice now, so I'm going to listen, is just because you are with someone else, I think that it may be really important to talk about it with everyone. If there is, like, for example, let's say you have a partner, your partner has a partner. There needs to be a coming together to understand that this connection is something different. That, and again, there's jealousy that could show up on either side from this, and what I heard is that could also tear this apart, and what I heard is you're not going to want that. That's not something where leaving out everyone else pissed off around you in the wake, it's just a really difficult situation to handle. So I think that it's just really, how do we go about this? How do we strategize? How do we create the world we want, that we still have our happy family intact, but we're not feeling like what we truly want and desire is beyond our grasp. The Knight of Cups showed up on the soul connection side, and I do think that that's really interesting. You got Scorpio here. I think it's Scorpio. No, it's a crab. Well, it's still your card, my friends. I think that you're ready to set out on something new. They're ready to set out on something new because both of you are tired of living in this Five of Cups energy. Tell me about the Fool, please, Spirit. Thank you. So the Fool energy comes up with the Ten of Pentacles and wealth. And that's the Sun. That there is definitely so much for you. There is so much wealth and abundance in this world. That's what you're going after, is your stability. This may be those first steps on a journey, but they're going to lead you to stability, as well as I heard homecoming. Can you tell me a little bit about this Four of Cups, please? So, the Four of Cups, we have Princess of Pentacles. So I said, what's causing this Four of Cups? There's an offer to be made, right? There's a moving forward with something new. And I feel like it's just because it hasn't happened yet, we're not sure whether or not the other person's going to accept. The Knight of Wands, though, is that I do feel like with this page looking out the night, it's like, well, here, I've come slow, I've got something. And they're like, yo, baby, I got some burning desires. It's just that, again, we're feeling left out because either an apology or an offer, it hasn't come, but it will, and it comes quick, and it comes passionately. So this Knight of Cups, you have the in the reverse, but is the Three of Cups in the reverse with abundance in the reverse. And you also have the Three of Wands. There still could be some waiting. It could be waiting to finish up the situation they're in. It could be waiting for you. Vice versa, however it works. But I also feel like as well that this 3, this is this community card. And while on your side it's in the upright, it's not in the upright on their end. So I definitely as well feel like whatever jealousy you've been dealing with, whatever it is that you've had to be very strong of, it may actually have stemmed from your person's karmic partner or karmic partners. Could be mutual friends that you have as well. Spirit, can you tell me about Scorpio's energy? Thank you. Your energy, you have separation. In the reverse, which is weird, it's safe for you to love and getting to know each other. I think as well, time apart is from your partners on the horizon. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, and as you reveal your innermost self, your bond with each other deepens. This definitely is, I think that you're not going to rush into it. If you know there was someone else, no. The separation as well has been important to grow yourself, as well as what I heard is your business. That you may not feel super safe to love right now as well because of all of the hate, the negativity, the jealousy, whatever's been projected towards you that you've had to be strong about. It still may feel like it's not quite safe yet, but take it slow is what I heard. You have chemistry and reconciliation on their end. Now, separation may be something you want. This person over here could be somebody that even though you love them or you're watching about them, you may not want to be with them, or you may not want to be with them right now. They may have done something as well to you that has made you feel like it's unsafe for you to love and caused this separation. If so, what I'm feeling is too, especially this person wants to reconcile, and they are, what I heard is using the magnetic connection. They're aware of it. Because you see here this chemistry, there's a strong magnetic connection. They're aware. They're aware of the push and pull. They're aware of the telepathy, and they're aware that they can get you to do what they want, some of them, by sending those messages out through the ethers. So again, like I said, some of you may feel like you just want to message this person or talk to this person. If you haven't been talking to them in a while, you may have something you want to say. You may feel it really strongly as this is your own feeling. But ask yourself, do I really want to do that? Or is this person sending energy towards you? And tell me about the shared energy, please. And you have wedding, which also flew out at the beginning of this. These cards, man, they had so much to say when I was pre-shuffling. Wedding came out, though, at the very first. And that it's this relationship is evolving to a higher level of commitment. If this separation and reconciliation comes back, it is evolving to a higher commitment, because if you choose to come back, you are committing to each other that you're going to work on this relationship. And you also have at the bottom trust. I heard this may need to be gained back. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I think it's also important to remember that what is meant for you in this world will find you. And I heard don't rush. Don't rush into something that you don't feel is for you, because sometimes when we rush into things that they look good on the outside but they're not as good on the inside, we end up backpedaling and having to pick up the pieces. So what I heard again is don't overcrowd that garden. Don't put so much of yourself out there. There's something about pick the pieces up. Don't put so much of yourself I feel like it's don't scatter yourself. Don't put so much in all these different places, because that scatters our energy. It's going to be important to focus your energy on you, to building your trust in this situation as well as in life. You know that what is meant for me will come. For some of you, this waiting, it's been hard, I feel like as well, but we're not going to go towards something unless it's done right. So trust the situation. You deserve love. It doesn't mean even that you have to trust that this how this works out, but that you're going to trust spirit. That spirit is not going to let you down. And that if this relationship is meant to be, it will be. If it is not, it will not. But I think there's a lot of lessons along the way and a lot of healing that needs to happen. And as well as for this relationship to move on, you have the Lovers in the reverse. Trust needs to be built. Whatever's happened in the past, there needs to be new footings, is what I heard, okay? There needs to be new information come out. There needs to be new ways of thinking. And I'm being reminded of something. So this is also like when you have a discussion about what's happened, both people need to be mature enough. Instead of getting defensive, right, or saying, well, that's just who I am, deal with it. Well, no. You know, these negative behaviors, these toxic behaviors, that's not who you are. You're not toxic, you're not negative. But we may have some pretty crappy coping mechanisms at times, or an inability to explain ourselves when we're frustrated, or when our emotions are strong, we may have a real problem putting them into words. This is where I think it's really important on both of your ends to make a choice. What does love mean to you? What does it look like? What does it feel like? And what are you willing to do for it? I'm hearing Meatloaf in my head, and unfortunately Meatloaf died this week, which is very, very sad, but I will do anything for love. But I won't do that. Now, it's really, really hard throughout that whole song. You know, my mom and I used to always joke, like, what do you won't do? Well, I won't lie to you, and that's a fact, is one of the words there. Like, yeah, you can maybe not cheat, won't do all these things, but he's not going to lie for love. And I think that it's really important, because here's where this trust comes in. We're not going to lie for love. And if you feel in your heart of hearts that this is not love, don't lie to yourself. So the message I have, mwah, I love you all. I hope that it resonates. I hope that all of the wonderful in this world finds its way to you, and that you are truly appreciative of the sunshine, my friends. Have yourselves a wonderful time, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.